Welcome, I'm Bev Adams, an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this beautiful card with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. You'll also find links to the products that I used. You can just click those links and it'll take you to my online store at Stampin' Up. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. I'm using the Rolling Waves bundle, and there's a die. Just beautiful. You will want these two, whether you're making this or not. It's lovely just to stamp a background with these two kind of stamps. These are definitely ocean, but you could also make these mountains or waves or clouds, or even just a all over background. I am using Versamark ink and the white Stampin' embossed powder, and my cardstock. I have an envelope, of course, and I might just stamp that. My card base is crumb cake, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and we are using it horizontal. I have a piece of white for the inside and a piece of vellum, and the white and the vellum are both 4 by 5 1/4. I have a strip of crumb cake that is 3/4 of an inch by 3. I have a piece of balmy blue that's 3 by 5 1/4. And I've already cut out this basic white with the die, and this is already cut out, and this is called the Peaceful Garden Glimmer paper. I have also cut out already some of these shells. So I'm going to start off by stamping this balmy blue, and I want something behind it because I'm going to be stamping off and making a big mess. And I am using this stamp and Versamark ink, and I use Versamark for embossing, but you can also use it for kind of a watermark. And I don't know what this is, a kind of a long stamp, might be easier to do that way. And I want to just kind of stamp all over here, probably especially the edges. And I have not turned that, so I probably need to turn that. Totally okay to overlap. Could probably also do a second generation stamping. Didn't show up much, so I'm going to do a little bit more stamping here. And that's probably just fine like that. And while I'm stamping, I might as well stamp my greeting. And I am using Happy Birthday. And I'm going to stamp right in the middle of this piece. And I should have rubbed that with the embossing powder, and I didn't. hopefully it'll be okay. And I have my embossing additions kit in another project, so I'm going to just use this one. I'm going to use a coffee filter, and I'm getting out my white embossing powder. I think it will be just fine. And the filter paper kind of holds its shape. It doesn't collect too much of the powder, and it folds nicely for putting it back in. And get out my heat tool, and I see that I didn't get this right in the middle. I love the magic of embossing powder. Lovely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just snip this so it's a little bit more even. Okay, I do need to do a little die cutting with this piece. And because this is only 3 inches wide, I can use the little machine. And all of these layers have the same border here. And I want that border to go from the top to the bottom. So I don't want to cut this all the way off. And it's gonna not be quite long enough, and that's okay. But that's about where I want to cut it, at an angle. And we are going to use both of these pieces. And so I just want to snip this doesn't matter where you cut it. You can cut it any kind of curvy line you want. I'm going to find my piece that goes on the inside, and I'm just going to glue this to here. And I see that it's a little bit larger than my white. It should have been the same size, but that's okay. And I will go ahead and put this on the inside. And I didn't mention it, but you could totally use Wink of Stella on this too. And maybe even splatter it. Just for a little sparkle. And you might want to put a little sparkle on this piece. Most of this white, especially in the bottom, will be covered up. Okay. So we're going to start stacking these. And then we just need to literally line it up. And I cut this a little bit lower than I did for this card. So I'm going to need to do some trimming there on the sides. And then that glimmer paper. I definitely want to put a little glue on these ends that are little skinny pieces that go off into nowhere. And then this again lines up. It's got the exact same edge there, same border. And if you have a little bit of white showing, it's all good, or a little bit of blue showing, that's good too. just need to put this on the front, but I want to put it on the vellum. And vellum is a little tricky to use adhesives for, so I'm going to build my card front on the vellum, because you won't see this glue because it's hiding under the cardstock. And I do want to trim this. I want to use this pointy end here on the 3-banner punch. And I do think I want to put a little dot here about where I want it. So center, maybe a little bit and further. And you can totally put this on dimensionals. I think I will. And then put these shells here, and have to decide if I'm gonna worry about my missing shells. I think I will not. This die cuts all the shells out at once, so I should have 4 sea stars, 2 of these crescent shells, I forget what, scallops, and 1 of these, I think it's called a whelk. And I am missing a star and a small whelk. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on here. I'm going to leave 1 of the sea stars without the glue, and I'm going to put a small dimensional on it. Just barely fits. I really liked this whelk down here at the bottom, hanging over just a little bit off the edge of the vellum. There's no right or wrong where you put these. And now I can turn this over and see exactly where I want to put my glue, and it doesn't really at this point matter what my glue is. It's not going to show because it's behind my shells and my label. This was kind of a last minute thought, and I don't think that the Versamark would show up as ocean on the white, so I'm going to use that other stamp, and you'll actually be able to see how wonderful that is too, so this is a good thing. So if you are going to do this, you'll need some balmy blue ink. I just want to stamp it off just to make sure what it looks like. Beautiful. I think I need a scratch paper here. Let me do it this way. Can't you just see this as a background on any card? Beautiful. So that's it. beautiful C birthday card. Happy birthday. Here is the web address where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. I also offer lots of resources on my website. Click Shop to see the online exclusives, clearance items, and the products I offer to make crafting more convenient. That includes a cardstock sampler for all the current Stampin' Up! Cardstock and samplers for the Stampin' Up! Cardstock going all the way back to 1997. Click Inspiration to scroll my projects. You'll find the directions and images all the way back to 2011. You may also want to check out the Basics button where I share about stamps, ink, and paper, card cutting bases and layers, and some of my favorite tools. Click Getting Organized to find lots of free resources like case inserts, labels for just about every product, catalog tabs, color tools, and much more. More organization means more time for crafting. Click Stamp Together if you're in Ventura County and come stamp at my house. You can also join my team if you're anywhere in the United States. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my website so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.